These images were generated using the newly launched Stable Diffusion 3.5 model, but is it really worth the hype? And can SD 3.5 compete with other popular models such as Flux? In this video, I'll answer all of your questions. In addition, I will show how to use the Stable Diffusion 3.5 model without the need to install files or create a workflow, as an AI tool comes with all of the models already installed. So welcome to AI Upskill. Let's get into the video. We'll use Mimic PC, an AI tool that works with Flux and all other latest Stable Diffusion apps. So go to the tool from the description of this video once you've signed in and redirected to this dashboard. Go to the Discover tab. You may find workflows for almost all apps here, so go to Stable Diffusion 3.5 workflow and click Apply. From here, you can choose hardware with different VRAM and RAM sizes. Finally, select Create and Start. Loading will start immediately. Let us skip the loading process. As you can see, our Stable Diffusion 3.5 workflow has been successfully applied. To start generating images with this workflow, you must first understand a few basic settings that will help you to achieve the best results possible. For example, in the SD 3.5 workflows, the triple clip loader node is used. The default and recommended steps are between 20 to 30. ACFG values of 5.5. The sampler can be set to either Euler or DPMPP_2M, and set the scheduler to SGM uniform. With these settings, let's create an image and see how the result turns out. When compared to Flux Dev, SD 3.5 has a shorter generation time. Additionally, SDXL LoRaS doesn't work with the SD 3.5 models. And as you can see, our first image has been generated. It appears to be decent. But now I'll create a Flux Dev workflow below our SD 3.5 workflow to compare the two models. If you're interested in learning how to use Flux, check out this video. It will teach you how to use all Flux models without installation. So I'll generate the images one by one using the same prompt. Let's skip the long generation process and see a side-by-side comparison of the images. In this image, SD 3.5 has a smooth and polished look, with very few natural details giving the face a clean but somewhat artificial feel. The lighting is even across the face. Flux, on the other hand, stands out for its more natural and lifelike appearance, with tiny variations in the skin tone adding realism and looking more like a professional portrait photograph. Next, we have this image. The SD 3.5 has a smoother and more digital style look. The lighting in this image is softer, with fewer shadows on the model's face and hair. The rendering of the hands and fingers is less realistic, which reduces the overall lifelike feel, making the image look more like a digitally created portrait. While the Flux image has a very natural look, capturing realistic lighting and skin texture, the model hands and the fingers are clearly separated and positioned naturally, which enhances the realism. The next image is of an anime girl holding a glowing crystal. The SD 3.5 presents a more airbrushed, stylized approach. The facial features are slightly smoother and less dimensional. The fingers appear simple, less detailed, and slightly smoother, while the Flux image excels in other areas like lighting and realism within the fantasy aesthetic. The extra fingers slightly disrupt the realism. The next image contains a weathered wooden sign that reads Pages of Time. The SD 3.5 has more controlled and focused lighting. The sign and surroundings are brighter and clean, giving the scene a professional look. It includes a larger number of details and offers clearer text recognition. On the other hand, the Flux image has fewer, more focused details, with softer and warmer lighting and text on the sign. So far, the SD 3.5 works fine, but finger details and prompt adherence may not be as accurate, requiring some trial and error to get the best output. However, the model holds great potential, although its success will depend largely on regular updates and contributions from the community. The LoRa's built specifically for SD 3.5 should improve the model's performance. Let's have a look at the large turbo model of SD 3.5, which has some different settings. Simply change the checkpoint model. Also, reduce the number of steps in the K sampler to 4 and the CFG value to 1.2. The turbo model's generation process is very quick. This model is equivalent to the Flux Schnell model and is best suited for low VRAM GPUs. And you can see that our image has been generated successfully. Now let's look at the medium version of Stable Diffusion 3.5. Simply change the checkpoint model and enter your prompt into the following box. The medium model requires no changes in the K sampler. The configurations are the same as in the large model. And you can see that our image has been generated successfully. Despite its ability to produce high-quality photos, hands, fingers, and text are still not displayed properly. Apart from that, it's an excellent model for low VRAM GPUs. That wraps up our tutorial on Stable Diffusion 3.5 models and their comparison to models such as Flux. According to first impressions, SD 3.5 is a good basic model with potential for development, and it is obvious that community involvement and future upgrades will only improve its standing. This model is definitely worth trying out. Thanks for watching. If you loved this video, please give it a like and subscribe to AI Upskill channel for more such AI-related content in the upcoming days.